G'day friends and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I have a little bit of a surprise. So I popped over to the Ricoh Theta V website to download some software and I found a brand new Theta camera. Now I was surprised because I normally try to keep an eye out for any particular changes in the device's lineup. Although I knew that there was a new camera coming soon because Ricoh was not secretive about the end of the life cycle of the Theta V. It was well documented on their website, but nonetheless I was very surprised to see it right there in front of me. So this particular device is called the Ricoh Theta Z1 or Z1 depending on where you are in the world, and it's touted to be released on the 3rd month of this year, so in March 2019. So not too many sleeps to go. But let's stop jibber jabbering and let's have a look at some of the specifications which look pretty interesting, because I think what Theta is trying to do is shorten the gap between some of the image leaders in the 360 space, and I'm talking about the GoPro Fusion and the Insta360, which really have improved resolution and quality and low light. So let's have a talk about some of these specifications to see if they're going to come close to some of the competition. So the image is now captured at 23 megapixels, so that's 7K quality, so 6720 by 3360 is the resolution, and as we know, the stitching of these images are pretty good, and so I'm hoping to see some great improvement at 23 megapixels. So they've also improved the sensor. So the 1-inch CMOS sensor that's inside this camera apparently now has an improved low light capabilities for low light shooting and indoor shooting. So hopefully that'll be a great improvement from the previous versions of this particular camera. So apparently the lenses have also been updated, and they're supposed to reduce ghosting, reduce flaring, and also reduce the chromatic aberration, this purple fringing that we've seen in previous cameras. So this may be the end of the red dot. I became quite fond of that particular red dot, so I don't know if I wanted it to go completely, but I'm hoping that this, all jokes aside, I'm hoping that this reduces that particular pain point with a Theta range in the past. Now, you can also now modify the f-stop, so now you can play around with the actual aperture. You can select f2.1, f3.5 and f5.6 depending on what it is that you're trying to shoot, which is, you know, quite good because you know, it gives you more variety especially in different lighting conditions. So now they've also added shooting mode, so now you can change it in the software and pick different types of modes. Now they weren't specific into what they are, but I'm hoping that depending on lighting conditions and depending on what type of I guess footage or images you want to capture, you'll be able to pre-select it before you actually take your images, and you'll have, you know, it formatted the way you want it without having to do that in post-production. So I'm not sure if there's any changes to actually the video quality. It's still 4K, which is 380/40 by 1920 at 29 frames per second, nearly 30 frames per second. So I'm hoping that with the improved lenses and the improved CMOS sensor, we're going to see you know, better images in 4K than we have in the past. Another great feature is that now it allows you to capture in RAW DNG. So that's going to be a great improvement because we can now modify those particular images a lot better in Lightroom. And Lightroom is also getting a plugin for the Theta Z1. So I'm hoping that that's going to improve the resolution and the quality of those images by having obviously RAW and the plugin for Lightroom. Now, there's still JPEG, of course. You can still get them so they can easily share them on mobile, but RAW is a great improvement. Now, another one that I'm actually not so sure about, which is the ability to now to support 360 live streaming in 4K. Now, unless you're doing that internally and you have great Wi-Fi connection, or maybe it allows you to actually stream it via the USB-C port, which is another great new feature that wasn't there before, USB-C. I really can't see me streaming in 4K. But anyway, for people that want to use it, maybe for doing a round the table type of meeting scenario, instead of having multiple cameras, now you can stream it like that, maybe, but that's a feature that I won't be using. Something that hasn't gone away is the 4-channel microphones, which I really love. I mean, this camera captures, surround sound, 360 ambisonic sound natively in the camera, which is very, very awesome. And I'm glad that they still have that. But I'm not sure if they're going to still collaborate with Audio-Technica like they did in the Theta V to produce a high quality one. Maybe they've decided that now they've can produce the camera to do that internally. If that's the case, then awesome. That's one less accessory that we have to worry about. So that's another great device. So apart from that, we really don't have too many other spec changes. The battery life still the same. You can shoot up to 60 minutes in 1080p or 25 minutes in 4K without stopping, which is great. The storage hasn't changed. It's still internal 90 gigabits or gigabytes, sorry, of internal storage with no way to actually add additional storage to it, which is a shame. But I've never been in this situation to actually run out of space while I'm doing one session of shooting during the day. So that's great. The other major change that I've also mentioned already is the inclusion of the USB-C, which is great, obviously, for transferring images faster to a PC or a Mac. I'm really happy about that, but I think that it probably has to do with the ability to stream in 4K. So that's probably, but I'm happy for it as well. The other change is that it has Bluetooth 4.2. So obviously transferring images to mobile devices is going to be a lot better, especially now with higher resolution. So I'm pretty happy to see that too, because that was a bit of a pain point for me, especially when you're in the field and you wanted to sort of transfer a quick video that took its time. So hopefully a 4.2 Bluetooth protocol will actually improve that. So from an aesthetics perspective, the body's got a bit of an upgrade. It's a magnesium alloy now. Now, I've never had a problem with the body. I've actually dropped it before and I've never had any issues. The lenses, because they're sort of like bulbous, they're the actual part of the device that always worries me, and so hopefully the body itself will protect somehow those lenses, but I doubt that. So I'm glad to see that they're making improvements to the body, but hopefully the housing of those lenses is also improved in order to reduce damage in case the camera falls on that. But the thing that I've been waiting for and asking for in previous videos has finally arrived. So now we have an LED display that will tell you how much battery you got left. Now that was one of my biggest pain points with this device. Obviously you can charge it and run it using a USB battery pack, but I used to hate it when I'd run out of battery mid-flight in some kind of video shooting or whatever. But now we finally have it. We have the LED, which also tells you how much storage space you've got, how many shots you can actually take. So I'm really happy to see that inclusion. So when is it going to be released? Well, this device is going to be released in March, like I said earlier, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. One of the things that I am not looking forward to seeing is the price. Apparently, the recommended retail price or the official store price is going to be $999.95. Why they didn't round it up to 1,000, who knows? But that's a bit steep, Ricoh. I'm hoping that the quality of the images and the quality of the actual video is so good that I won't have a problem forking out $1,000. But with the prices of the GoPro Fusion dropping, with the prices of the Insta360 being one of the lowest, highest quality videos, and all those other cheap, no-name brand devices that are out there that are also knocking on the door, you know, $1,000 seems to be quite steep. So I'm hoping that the actual quality of this device really merits that price tag. So that's it, guys. That's my little show and tell of the Ricoh Theta Z1, which is coming out pretty soon. So I'm pretty excited. Like I said, I am a big fan of this device, and I like its format. I like its easy way of sharing images, and I'm hoping that this particular device kills the competition as far as quality is concerned. We can only hope. And there you have it, friends, and until the next time, ciao for now.